What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Courtney. I know I've been away for like a month or so. I've just been really busy with work. It's Christmas time, so y'all know how that is. I thought it would be a good time to give you guys a little bit of my history, what I do for my real job, and just let you guys know how I got here. So if you're interested in that, if you like the video, be sure to give me a like. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into the video. About me. Born and raised in North Carolina, as you can see, go Panthers, go Duke. I'm a CPA. Got my CPA in 2014, which is crazy to think it's been that long. And it's actually very telling of my age. um, I got my bachelor's degree in accounting, got my master's degree in accounting, and my goal was to, go big four, become this big time partner, making 500K a year, blah, blah, blah. I was very naive.
God have mercy upon us.
I started my career with a small public accounting firm, doing both taxes and auditing. Did that for about 2 years, and then I made the move to PwC as an auditor. Was with them for roughly a year, and I hated it. Oh my gosh, it was the worst. The hours, basically working until midnight every night for at least 3 months straight. You know, being away from my dog all those hours, and he was just a little puppy, and being super exhausted when I was getting off. I said, this lifestyle is not for me. Let me try industry. So I ended up making the move to a Fortune 500 logistics company where I was a staff accountant. In that role, it was my first time preparing journal entries, reconciliations, being very involved in the month end close process, which I enjoyed until it started to get a little redundant. It does get boring doing the same thing month in and month out. It was also during this time, I would say around 2017-ish, where I first came across reselling, specifically eBay. And I thought, maybe that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll try it. I had no idea what to sell, how to get it. I just kind of dived right into selling whatever. So what I ended up selling, I found this guy on Craigslist of all places selling like 50 old records, and most of them were trash. There was like a Michael Jackson Thriller record, there was a Prince record, but the others were not good at all. So I tried selling those. I also sold off like my old Pokemon card collection from when I was 12 years old. So, yeah, there was no looking at comps or anything like that. It was just try it out. Also sold some Funko Pops, which was bad as well.
Stop it. Get some help.
So I did that for a good 6 months. At that time, it was not a good side hustle. So back to the accounting side of the story. And during all of this, I was still working for the logistics company. However, I did experience a layoff during 2017, and I made the move to another Fortune 500 company as a senior financial analyst in the manufacturing industry. And I loved my job with this company. My manager, she was the best. She was around my age, so we got along really well. We had to go to India to train some contractors out there. So we had a good time for like a week out in India. And then my manager went to another company in another state and left me. I was not happy with that. Needless to say, the new manager that they hired was a monster.
Someone get this jigaboo away from me.
You know how someone just comes in and just wrecks the place? That's how it was. So that's when I started looking for another role. I didn't care what it was, the pay, just get me out of here. And that's when I got a job offer from a mid-sized manufacturing company. Our team was roughly 8 people total, so kind of a new experience there. I had my own office, which was great. It was a really good setup. I got this job right before 2020. So, of course, COVID hit and we started to go hybrid, which was really good. It was during this time when I somehow stumbled upon botting, and I found a Discord group that was basically just focused on botting. So as I started to learn more about the bots, learn more about the group and what they were botting, and with the help of my group, I got into it as well. This group botted hype shoes, hype clothing like Supreme, um, and selling it on eBay or StockX. Considering I had my short stint selling on eBay before, it was easy to get back into selling. I was selling these hype sneakers for $300 plus, selling Supreme for 100 and up. So the money was really good, and I'm still doing it as a side hustle. But like with everything, there's a cost. There's cost involved with botting, and of course, getting the shoes. You got to pay for those. And at the turn of, I would say, 2022-ish, the money wasn't really making that much sense anymore. So I did like a complete sell off on StockX of my remaining inventory, just selling at a loss, just getting rid of it. I was just like, I'm paying for these proxies, I'm paying for the group, I'm paying for the bots I was using. And so it wasn't really adding up around that time. And that's when I kind of said, you know what, I just need to kind of reevaluate what I'm doing here. Now, if you've stuck around this far, this is where the story gets interesting. And I would say kind of crazy. Picture this, it's 2023. I've worked my way up to become controller of a small company. I'm with them for roughly a year. I'm making six figures, but I'm really not feeling it. The pay can't satisfy me. The job doesn't satisfy me. I'm just really over it. And it's also during this time where I have reevaluated my business and what I was trying to accomplish. I discovered thrifting. I had a love for it. It became my main hobby, actually, just trying to find older clothes, jerseys, things of that nature. And my sales were very consistent at that time, doing it part time. And it wasn't like my comfy six-figure salary, but it was a good bit of money. And I was thinking if I just kind of rescaled my lifestyle, then maybe I could make it work full time. So I spent a good year just trying to focus on eBay and reselling, and your hindsight is 2020. It probably wasn't the best idea to just quit cold turkey, but I had had it. I was exhausted. I had some savings, so I wasn't, gonna be struggling like that, but I had to do what I felt like I needed to do at that time, which was believe in myself. Which is going to bring us to the end of this story. I am back in the accounting field, and my job is very demanding, a lot of hours, and basically what I experienced before. But it's all good. I had to get back basically for the insurance. Getting insurance as a self employed entrepreneur is really hard, it's really expensive. And I had some doctor's appointments. I had some work done on my teeth, and that brings some pretty big bills. But you know, um, I'm always down to new opportunities. I would love to have multiple side hustles. I'm gonna always, resell. I love reselling. So, but I would like to one day have my own retail store or something. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. And if you like the story, just hit that like button. I'm sure there's some of you who can relate with the hatred of your career and just betting on yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what I try to do. I betted on myself, my knowledge, and things that I've learned throughout the years. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.